Pandas AI is an awesome tool that helps you perform your data science projects. Today, we cover how to work with MySQL using Pandas AI step by step. To show this, we'll use Llama 3 with Ollama. Ollama allows you to utilize LLMs locally for free. This means that we will not leverage any API key such as the OpenAI API key. Also, we'll build an app using Streamlit. Here is the app we'll create. First, we'll enter a prompt and the app will connect to our database and return a response. Cool, right? Let's take a look at the topics we'll handle. First, we'll create a virtual environment and then install the tools we'll use. Next, we'll load our dataset into our MySQL database and then we'll connect to this dataset with Pandas AI. After that, we'll initialize Llama 3 with Ollama. Next, we'll build the app. Lastly, we'll chat with the dataset using Pandas AI. Nice! We've seen the topics we'll cover. Let's go ahead and start with the setup. To write our codes, let's go to the VS Code editor. The first thing we're gonna do is create a virtual environment. To do this, we're gonna use Conda. Let's write Conda create -n. Let's name Pandas AI. Let me press enter. I already created this. After that, we're gonna activate this environment. Conda activate Pandas AI. Here you go. Our environment is ready to use. The next step we're gonna do is install the tools we'll use. To do this, let's create a requirement.txt file. We're gonna click on the new file and then name it requirements.txt. After that, let's write the libraries we'll use here. To work with Pandas AI, let's write Pandas AI connectors. Next, to build the app, we'll use Streamlit. For now, these tools are enough to build the app. We're gonna now install this. It's simple to do this with pip. Let's write pip install -r requirements.txt. Let me press enter. Here you go. Our tools are ready to use. To run our codes, we're gonna create a Python file. Let me click on the new file and then give a name app.py. Yeah, our file is ready. So far so good. Let's go ahead and load the dataset into MySQL. To do this, we're gonna leverage MySQL Workbench. I will leave the link to download MySQL in the description below. This interface helps us work with our database. Now, let's connect the MySQL as a root user by clicking over here. Nice, we're in. The first thing we're gonna do is create a new schema by clicking here. Next, let's give a name. Let's say customer behavior. And then click apply and click finish. There you go. Our schema is ready. What we're gonna do now is load our dataset. The dataset we'll use is the e-commerce customer behavior dataset. You can find this dataset on Kaggle. This dataset includes customer behaviors within an e-commerce platform. It's simple to import this dataset here. All we need to do, right click on the table and then select table data import wizard. To add the dataset, click browser and then find your dataset. After that, click open. Let's say next. If you want, you can select the drop table if exists option. Let's click next. If necessary, you can change the data types of columns here. If you are okay, click next. To import the dataset, let's say click next. Click next again. Lastly, click finish. Now, to see the dataset, let's click refresh. There you go. Our dataset is ready to use. To see the rows of the table, let's say select from customer behavior and then let's type customer. All we need to do is run this command. There you go. Here you can see the dataset and the columns. Easy peasy, right? Okay, our database is ready to connect. Let's go ahead and initialize the model with Ollama. When it comes to working with LLMs locally, Ollama is king. This tool allows you to run open source LLMs such as Llama 3 and Mistral. Trust me, it's very easy to use Ollama. All you need to do is download it from the website and then install it your computer. After installing, you can use Ollama in the terminal. First, let's start it. Let's go to the terminal. First, let's start it. Ollama serve. Here you go. Ollama is ready to use. You can use many large models with Ollama. Let me show you these models. Let's go to the website and then click models. There you go. Here you can choose any model you want. It is a piece of cake to load a model with Ollama. To install a model, we're gonna use the terminal. Let me show you. Let's open a new terminal and then Ollama pool, let's say Llama 3. Let me press enter. There you go. As you can see, Llama 3 is loaded. You can see the install models with the list command. To show this, let's write Ollama list. There you go. As you can see, I loaded many models. The model we'll use is the Llama 3 8B version. Note that to run this model, your system must have 8GB or 16GB RAM. If you have an NVIDIA card, you can get information about your GPU devices with NVIDIA SMI. Let me press enter. There you go. I have the RTX 4070 Ti supercard. The better graphic card you have, the faster you will get an answer. Awesome. Ollama is ready to go. What we're gonna do now is initialize the model with Ollama. To do this, we're gonna use the local LLM. First, let's import this class from pandas AI LLM local LLM import local LLM. Okay? The first thing we're gonna do is instantiate an LLM object by specifying the model name. To do this, we're gonna use compatibility. This helps the app connect to Ollama. Let's say model equals, let's call the local LLM. First, let's connect Ollama. To do this, let's set the API base parameter. API base equals http localhost 11434/v1. Okay? Next, let's specify the model. Model equals, let's pass Llama 3. Nice, our model is ready. Let's go ahead and initialize the app with the Streamlit. First, let's import this tool. Import Streamlit as st. Next, let's give the app a title. st.title, let's say MySQL with Llama 3. After that, let's run this app. Let me go to the terminal and then write streamlit run app.py. Let me press enter. Yeah, the app opens automatically in the browser. Simple, right? You can see the title here. Let's go ahead and connect our MySQL database. To do this, we're gonna use the MySQL connector class. Let's import this class from pandas AI connectors import MySQL connector. Next, let's create an object with this class. Let's say my connector equals MySQL connector. The first thing we're gonna do is set the config parameter. Config equals, let's set the local host. Let's give localhost. Next, let's give the port. Let's pass 3306. After that, let's pass our database. Customer behavior. Next, let's set the username. Let's pass root. And then let's set our password. Password equals, let me write 1 2 3 4. Lastly, let's give our table. Let's pass customer. Awesome, our connector object is ready to use. What we're gonna do now is pass this object to smart data frame. First, let's import this class from pandas AI import smart data frame. Next, let's create an object with this class. Let's say df connector. Let's call the smart data frame class. First, let's pass our connector object, my connector. Next, let's give our model config equals. Let's type LLM. Let's pass our model. Okay, awesome. Our smart data frame is ready to use. Let's go ahead and build the app. To get the input from the user, let's create a text area. Let's say prompt equals st.text input. Let's give enter your prompt. Nice, our text area is ready. The next thing we're gonna do is create a button. If st.button, let's name generate. When pressing this button, we wanna run the prompt. To do this, let's type if prompt. If the prompt is true, let's display a message we're running the code. To do this, let's use the spinner method using the with keyword. With st.spinner, let's pass generating response. Now all we need to do is return the response. Let's type st. Let's call the right method and then let's pass our df connector variable. Let's call the chat method. Let's pass our prompt. Awesome, our app is ready. Let me go to the app and then click rerun. There you go. Now all we need to do is write a prompt to chat with the dataset. Hey pandas AI, write the first 5 rows. Let me click generate. Voila! It's done. Here are the first 5 rows. Our app connected our MySQL database and then got the dataset. After that, using this dataset, pandas AI returned a response. Cool, right? Let's go ahead and make some inferences to show how the app works. Let's write how many rows and columns are in the dataset. Let me click generate. There you go. Here is the response. The dataset has 350 rows and 11 columns. We got the output by talking to the dataset. Amazing, right? This way you can chat with your dataset. Let's go ahead and take a look at the average of the total span column. What is the average of the total spent column? Let me click generate. There you go. Here is the average. Easy peasy, right? Let's go ahead and plot several charts. As you know, visualization is a great technique that helps you understand your dataset. First, let's look at a bar plot of the gender column. Plot a bar chart of the gender column. Let me click generate. There you go. Here you can see the distribution of the gender column. Cool, right? Let's go ahead and plot a pie chart. Draw a pie plot of the city column. Let me click generate. There you go. Here is the city distribution. Let's move on and plot the histogram of the age column. Plot a histogram of the age column. Let me click generate. There you go. Here is the age distribution. Let's go ahead and visualize average age by gender. Draw a bar plot of average age by gender. Let me click generate. There you go. Here are the average ages by gender. This is simple, right? Let's go ahead and Plot a box chart. Draw a box plot of the age column. As always, let me click generate. There you go. Here is the box plot of the age. Awesome, right? Note that to work with Pandas AI, you may need to try a few prompts. All we need to do is change your prompt a little bit. Yeah, that's it. In this video, we covered how to work with a MySQL database using Pandas AI. To show this, we built an app step by step with Streamlit. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video and leave a comment. See you in the next video. Bye for now.